Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to learn equation of perpendicular bisector. Let's do an example. A waste management company is planning to build a landfill in a rural area. To balance the impact on the two closest towns, the company wants the landfill to be the same distance from each town. So the company wants the landfill to be the same distance from each town, means we have to find out the midpoint of the two towns. On the coordinate plane of the area, the towns are at A, that is 1, 8, and B, that is 5, 2. Describe all the possible locations for the landfill. Okay, so in the first step, we need to find out the midpoint of A and B. In first step, midpoint of AB. Okay, so we know that the midpoint formula, let's say M is a midpoint and its formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Okay, so first I would like to label what is x1 and y1 and what is x2 and y2, right? Okay, so A is my x1 and y1 and B is my x2 and y2, right? So let's put the values and get the midpoint. So M would be equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. x1 is 1 and x2 is 5. So we have 1 plus 5 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So y1 is 8 and y2 is 2. So we have 8 plus 2 divided by 2, right? So the midpoint M would be equals to 1 plus 5 would be equals to 6 divided by 2, and 8 plus 2 would be equals to 10 divided by 2. So the midpoint would be equals to 6 by 2 would be 3 and 10 by 2 would be equals to 5. So the midpoint of a line segment A and B is equals to 3 and 5. Okay, let's move to the second step. Okay, so in step 2, we have to draw the scenario on a coordinate grid. Let's do it. Okay, so I drew AB on a coordinate grid, and we know that when the points that are equally far from AB lies on the perpendicular bisector of AB, so I added the perpendicular bisector, the red line, on my sketch. Okay, let's move to the third step. So in step 3, we have to find the slope of AB. We need to find the slope of AB, then we can easily find out the equation of the perpendicular bisector, because the points that are equally far from AB must lies on the perpendicular bisector, the red one. Okay, let's find out the slope of AB, and we know that the slope formula, to find out the slope between the 2 points, we have to use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the point A we have is 1, 8, and the point B is 5 and 2. So we can say A is my x1 and y1 and B is my x2 and y2, right? So let's put the values into the formula to get the slope. So the M value would be y2 minus y1. So the y2 is 2 and the y1 is 8. So we have 2 subtract 8 over x2 minus x1. x2 is 5 and the x1 is 1. So we have 5 subtract 1. So 2 subtract 8 would be negative 6 over 5 subtract 1 would be equals to 4, and the fraction in the lowest form would be negative 3 divided by 2, right? Okay. Now that is the slope of a line AB, the blue one. We have to find the slope of a perpendicular bisector. So the slope for the perpendicular bisector, keep in mind the slope and the slopes are parallel, they are same, but when the slopes are perpendicular, they would be equals to negative reciprocal. So what is a negative of 3 by 2? That would be a positive of 3 by 2, and a reciprocal of 3 by 2 would be 2 by 3. So the negative of reciprocal is a perpendicular slope. Okay, now let's move to step 4. In step 4, we have to find the equation of perpendicular bisector. Equation of line. So for equation of line, we know the formula for the equation of line in slope-intercept form is y equals to mx plus b, and the m value we have to use is 2 by 3. That because we are finding the equation of perpendicular bisector, so we are using the perpendicular slope, so we have 2 by 3x plus b. Now how do we solve for b? To solve for b, we need to use the m value. We need to use the m, that is a midpoint, and we have solved the midpoint in step 1, that is 3 and 5. So let's use the m, that is 3 and 5, to solve for b. So the x value is 3 and the y value is 5. So we have 5 equals to 2 by 3 times 3 plus b. So 3 can divide 3 would be 1. So we have 5 equals to 2 plus b. So we have 5 subtract 2 equals to b. So the b value is 3. Okay, now substitute the b value back to get the equation of the perpendicular bisector. So the equation of perpendicular bisector would be, put it in this equation, y equals to 2 by 3x plus 3. So that is the equation of perpendicular bisector. I hope you understand how to find the equation of a perpendicular bisector. It is basically a 4-step method. If you want to watch more and get updated, then please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you so much. See you in my next video.